And we are live. Welcome to another session of Building the Bull. The session is brought to you by the Skylabs and Better Ecosystem. My name is Ryan, and I'm so glad to be your host. As you're hopping on board, go ahead and drop a hi hello, letting everybody know where in the world you are watching from. Hope you had a great weekend. It is the last day of February, and here in Oklahoma, the weather is absolutely phenomenal. And I'm just counting down the days until the likelihood of winter weather is over. But I hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope you're experiencing some beautiful weather wherever you are. Today we're going to be talking about we're going to look into some charting platforms. We're going to look into DEXTools. We're going to look into PooCoin. We're going to look into the DEX screener. And so, if there's a charting tool that you like, go ahead and drop it in the comment section. If there's something that you like, if there's one that you like more than the other, go ahead and drop your reason why. Why do you like XYZ platform, and what's the reason behind it? I spent a lot of time utilizing charts, and I found a lot of different nuances, and I think all of them have their strengths and weaknesses, but I have found one that I think works really well, and it's a consistent overall experience. And that's one of the things that I always look for when I'm using something. I want something to be consistent and routine, and know that when I click this button, I'm always going to get the result that I want. So, hey, welcome Carl, welcome Louise. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Want to do a quick recap. Last week we did talk about, we looked at a couple projects as always, but last week we talked about Factor. We did talk about Factor. And let me see if I can go ahead and pull up. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up Camelot and see how much they actually ended up raising. This was a really big pre-sale, and it ended up being a fair launch, which we've often talked about this. The double-edged sword of a fair launch. This idea of a fair launch from the not the traditional sense, but from the sense of a project that basically does not have a hard cap. It has a soft cap, but they just raised funds indefinitely until the sell ends, and they ended up raising $7.5 million, which is a lot. And there was a lot of FUD. A lot of people were disappointed, and I'm not really sure when and where the FUD started and where it came from. I know that there were some people in our community talking about it, and even Roman shared his thoughts in our Discord group, which, if you're not part of our Discord, definitely invite you to check that out. You can check out the link in the description of this video where we're talking about projects there. Overall, be able to connect with other people here in the crypto space and learn about what's going on here in this space. But I wanted to just mention that they had a big raise, $7.5 million, and it's one of those things where it's like, okay, if they raised that much, if people got that many people contributed that early, where is all the buy pressure going to come from? Are they just going to come out of the woodworks? Like where is it going to come from? And so that's always one of the things I'm really cautious on as it relates to fair launches. It's just like with the pre-sale, when you have a hard cap and a soft cap, it limits the amount of people. If you raise 100 BNB, that means that people get to show up, they get to contribute, and if people want access later on, they get to show up at launch. But with a fair launch, it's like, hey, come on, come one, come all, everybody contribute. And so that's just that. Anyway, I will say that fair launch or pre-sale funds, that money gets allocated somewhere. It gets put somewhere. For example, some projects they put all that into liquidity. Some projects do different things with that money that's raised. And so the one thought, I don't want to say that it's greedy. But here's just an insight. This fair launch trend really started picking up in the springtime, and I was talking to Mike and Jeremy, part of JRM here with the Better Ecosystem, and I was explaining to them the this new trend that was happening with the fair launch projects, and Mike was just he was interested, he was curious about it because it was just different. Why would they do that? And Jeremy just said, we could do that, but we don't need the money. Meaning, they didn't need to raise excessive amounts of funds. they didn't need to have, however many millions in liquidity. They didn't need to have a starting market cap of whatever it was. They didn't need to have all these different things. And the numbers that they worked out, that's one of the things about Mike and Jeremy always. They only want to raise the amount of funds that they need for the project goals and for the objectives. They don't need to raise excess. That's just a waste. And so, again, I don't know what the motive was behind this particular team and the reason they decided to do a fair launch, but clearly there was a lot of interest in the project. I mean, clearly, 7.5 million, that's a lot. That's a lot. So we go over here, we look at the chart, and also want to throw this out here in Discord. Roman mentioned right here, he said, there's been a lot of FUD around Factor the past few days since the public sell tokens are 100% unlocked as of TGE tomorrow. I expect a launch dip and will be looking for a sweet entry point because I still believe in the team and the project. The final Factor price after fair launch price discovery is 75 cents. Total raise 7.5 million. Market cap 13. And so he's basically not financial advice, but here's what he is seeing. And like I said, this is one of the benefits of being in community instead of doing this on your own, being able to share your thoughts, get some feedback, get some insights into other people. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the chart and see what happened. Here's launch. And yep, launch right here, and right away, it just fell off. Dropped 30%. Ultimately dropped about 40%, so it wasn't catastrophic, but people were selling up here hoping to get a better entry down here. And that's what a handful of people did. Hey man, hope you're having a great day, brother. And so that's what happens. It is what it is. And so people who bought the dip, they could have walked away with much better deal than the people who held at the fair launch at the pre-sale. Ultimately, this is a long-term play, and as big as it was, it takes a lot of volume. It takes a ton of volume, to move the needle. And, right now, they're sitting at 6.7 million in liquidity. that's a lot. And I don't remember how much the volume was the day of launch. I don't remember the millions, but even today, a handful of days post-launch. I mean, this launched back on the 25th, so 3 days ago. Even today, 3 days later, there's still, 750,000 in volume in the last 24 hours. So still a lot of stuff happening, a lot of volume with this project. Like I said, long-term play. Looks like a legit team, and they're doing great things. Again, not financial advice, just, what we looked at on the session, the community feedback, the engagement in their Discord, all that stuff just points to stacking probabilities and looks like a solid long-term play. Now let's compare everything I just said to another project we looked at a few weeks ago, and this was PooDeals. Okay, if you remember PooDeals, go ahead and type in the chat that you remember. And we talked about PooDeals, and one of the things that I thought was interesting about PooDeals was they decided to do, I don't know at what point. I know we found this early. I know the Telegram group was not this large. We'd get to go back in time and see how large the Telegram group was. But I just, I was intrigued after we talked about this project on the live session. I kept following it. And one of the caveats that they had was they were going to do a stealth launch. But one of the things was if you held one of their NFTs, you actually got access to the launch 10 minutes before the general public. Okay, 10 minutes before the general public. And one of the things we've been talking about is how do you get access to these stealth launches? How do you find them? It's like finding a needle in the haystack sometimes. It's not like you just happen to I personally don't know where to find all the pools. I'm starting to find a handful of them. And like my thoughts were always, I'm starting to get more confirmations that there's some really good stuff that happens with a stealth launch that's done correctly and accurately, professionally, intentionally. And so anyway, they were super communicative. They were updating constantly. They were building up some hype and momentum, and they had some really clear instructions. Okay, they had some really clear instructions. And this is stuff that was going out the last couple of days, just kind of building an interest, building the peak for the stealth launch. And again, this group was growing organically, but they weren't spending money on ads. They weren't doing those types of things or anything like that. And they just kind of threw it out there that, hey, on the 28th, around 6 p.m. UTC time, it's gonna go. And it's like, okay, let's see what happens. So I was actually following this. I was actually following this project, and just following the updates. And I will say that it was kind of nerve-wracking, because they did say a specific time around noon, and then at noon they put out a message and said within the next 30 minutes, and then they put out another message, and then it was kind of like this start-stop method, and like, oh man, and some people were not too happy. I think some people are like, starting to do some thumbs down and some yawns and some frowny faces, and the space, what people do, and it is what it is. But I will say that it was really smooth. It was a really smooth launch, and this is the first time I actually watched the stealth launch happen and watched it take place. It was really cool to watch and see what happened, and. Now, one of the things that I learned from this is you really get to make sure you are being aware of what's going on. Okay? So taxes were 5% buy, 5% sell. Max transaction, 0.75%. Okay? Max transaction, 0.75%. Max bag is 1%. So they had some specific things in place. They also had some dump protection in place. So for the first 24 hours, if you try to sell 1% of the supply at once, you'll be taxed 25% instead of 5%. So they put some things in place to support, and they were very open about this. I mean, this stuff has been passed on and shared a lot throughout this process. Anyway, it was really cool to watch. It was great to see, and a lot of people struggled getting in because, one, they didn't understand. There was a process to, again, if you held an NFT, you got to contribute 10 minutes early. And there was a process to add your wallet to, I guess, I don't know what terminology to use, but basically pull up the contract and BSC scan, add your wallet in there, type in true, and basically gives yourself approval if you had an NFT in your wallet. And again, they made videos about this, they had a document about this, and they mapped it out. Great. I mean, it was really good communication, and I thought that it was good. I thought it was a really cool process to see how this was done. Come to find out, these guys are, they flew under the radar with some people, but they're actually pretty legit in the space. They've had some previous successful projects that did really good, and so there is a lot more legitimacy to this project. But let's go ahead and take a look at the chart and see what we got here. See what happened with the Poo deals. And so, yeah, it launched and it took off. Okay, so this right here is obviously the first 10 minutes. Okay, right here, and then boom. Okay, so this is the first 10 minutes. This is when people who held an NFT are the only ones that could purchase right then. Here's what's crazy about this. Let me just go ahead and... There we go. Alright, so before the public could access, it was already a 5x. Alright, so like, again, this as a scout looking for projects, networking and things like that, when you find developers and project owners and teams who know what they're doing, that works really well in your favor. They know how to create hype, they know how to create momentum, they know how to create an actual utility in a project, they have previous success, and this project had a lot of that stuff going for it. Again, once it was opened up to the public, massive amounts of volume came through, but like people who had an NFT had a legit shot at having some significant gains in a really short period of time. We're talking 26x within 12 minutes. Okay? And that just comes down to people paying attention, following along, doing the due diligence, and researching. And again, it's no surprise if you guys remember or don't remember, this project is brought to us by Gordon Gekko. And he's a great scout, phenomenal scout, consistent scout, but he's very well connected. he has built a network, or he has some type of skill or ability to connect with certain teams and devs that do a great job. And so, this project is only a couple hours post-launch. We're talking less than 3 hours post-launch, but, we got an all-time high of about 27x, and we have a val of probably, I don't know, a val probably around here. Yeah, right around here somewhere. And we're talking almost a 20x for a val. Now, obviously, that's for people who got in with NFT and things like that. But even from this, open to the public, if you were there quick, all-time, whoops, ATH, we're sitting at 5x, and Reval 2x, 3x. I mean, it was great. It was great, I'm not going to go into details about all the project, what else this project is doing, but there's a real utility behind it, not just a meme. I mean, I know with the name PooDeals, it sounds kind of meme-like, and I would say and will say that's the one thing that I dislike about this project. And I don't know if there's affiliation with PooCoin or not. I don't know, but that's the only thing that I find a little off-putting about the project is just the name. Besides that, I mean, it's super cool, and really, really pleased to see how they did and what they were up to and things like that. So, hey, again, congratulations anybody who's been following along and watching these things develop and progress, and congratulations to Gordon Gekko. I think actually both of those projects were from Gordon Gekko, Factor and PooDeals. And so here's two more feathers in their cap, brother. Congratulations on scouting some great projects. So with that, we're going to jump into this idea of, I don't want to say pros and cons of different charting tools and softwares and things like that, but I'll just say some of the things that I've seen, some of the things that I can utilize, that I've used and I like. Now, if you have your own charting tools, for example, if you like DEX Screener, if you like DEXTools, if you like PooCoin, go ahead and drop your favorite below. And, why? Why do you like it? What is it that you like about it? Okay, go ahead and drop those in the comment section. We can get some ideas flowing. Okay, so when I first came into the space, I was introduced to DEXTools. Okay. The first project I ever was a part of was an Ethereum-based project, and so DEXTools was all I knew. I didn't know any different. I didn't know any better. Okay? DEXTools was it. And then a few months later, I came over to Vetter Ecosystem, was fortunate enough to be a part of the auditing team and the voting team, and started utilizing a lot of charts, and that's when I was exposed to PooCoin. Okay, that's when I was exposed to PooCoin. And then I started having a different experience. I had a different experience than I had with DEXTools. And then through a lot of looking at a lot of charts and looking at a lot of Telegram groups, I discovered DEX Screener. And if you know, I'm all about DEX Screener. Okay, I'm all about it. I'm all about utilizing DEX Screener. I'm all about telling people about DEX Screener, and that's what makes such a difference for me. Okay, but what I found through all these things was DEX Screener was the most accurate. Now, I don't know how this works, and it really kind of confuses me because it seems like it's a pretty simple process. 1 plus 1 equals 2, or ABC. It just seems so basic and elementary. But these different platforms have different data feeds, and these different data feeds yield different numbers. So we could look at the same project on DEX Screener, DEXTools, PooCoin, Gecko Terminal, and whatever the new one is with Pinkcell. Okay, we could look at 5 different feeds. The new one with Pinkcell, let's see. Filled. No, that's not what I want. I want ended. Okay. Yeah, so Pink Cell has a new one called DEX View. Okay? DEX View. All right, so I say that to say, we can look at all 5 of those, and there's going to be some variance between all 5. And that just blows my mind. That blows my mind. I don't understand. You know, it should be the same inputs, but sometimes it's not. And so, looking at thousands of projects, I found DEX Screener to be right, more accurate, 95% of the time, and I just migrated to DEX Screener. Okay, that's what I always use and utilize. Now, if there's a random occurrence on DEX Screener, I'll then cross-check, and I'll use DEXTools, I'll use PooCoin to cross-check. Okay, but I wanted to go over some of the differences between them. And one of the things that Luis says, Luis likes DEX Screener because it saves your charting. Absolutely. That's one of the biggest selling points to me with DEX Screener. And I won't say that I love DEXTools, but that is 2 things that both of them have going for them. They both save your markups. Okay, they save your markups. When you put a line on here, when you draw this, when you write stuff out, it saves all of your data. That's great. Like, that's fantastic. From an auditing perspective, from a chart markup perspective, you don't have to go back and mark stuff up. It saves it. That's awesome. PooCoin does not do that. And it's kind of weird that it doesn't. And they still don't. I mean, they haven't done it in over a year, but they still don't. And so that's one of the major things that I like about DEX Screener is it saves all your drawings. It saves everything. And that makes me really happy. Okay? And so another thing that I like about DEX Screener is you have the ability to do multi-charts. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this contract right here for PooDeals. Go over here, we'll paste it in here. And right here you can click Favorite, Main Watch List. Okay, and now over here on the left, it has a watch list. Okay, and you can create different lists and things like that. Okay, but it shows your lists over here, so you can just literally sift through the projects that you're in. Okay, instead of going and finding the contract, going to Telegram and clicking around to find a chart link, you can just literally save this stuff. Oh, look, it saves my stuff. Okay, and it's super convenient. It's super helpful to do that. It saves so much time. Okay, it saves so much time. And so I really appreciate that. That was one of the things that really helped me as far as saving time and energy. And yeah, that's one of the things that I thought was really cool. Now, come to find out, let me back up a second. I thought that was really cool. It helped me stay organized. It helped me stay focused, and things like that. Okay. The next thing that you can do, you can also create different lists. So, maybe you have one that's like pre-sell, a pre-sell list. Maybe you have one that's, like rewards, where you've left some tokens in and you're just, you're getting rewards and you just want to check it every now and again, but it's not your main focus or anything like that. Maybe you want to have one that's like a microcap section. Maybe you have one that's just like a long-term play, where you're like, hey, so for example, like Factor, for example, that may be like a long-term play, where you may plan on holding that indefinitely, and so you could have a list where it shows that stuff as well. Now I'm looking for something that I don't see. Oh, here we go. So right here, this is something that's pretty cool as well on DEX Screener, multi-charts. Okay, so you click multi-charts, okay, and you can add charts here. So you could add PooDeals, you could add Better, you could add, okay, and so now you have multiple charts all in one window. Okay, maybe you're in multiple pre-sales at the same time. Maybe you're trying to manage that stuff at the same time. Maybe it just happens that it's a busy week. You got a couple launches happening at the same time. And so you're, instead of being on all these different charts, you could just have a quick snapshot right here. And it's the same functionality. It's the same functionality as what the large screen is. Okay, but it's condensed, and you can see, you can see each pair, each project in each one of these windows. I think you can do that up to like 16 times. Yeah, so I got 3 out of 16 right here. Okay. That's really cool. That allows me to focus instead of clicking from tab to tab and forgetting, getting distracted. It allows me to see this at a quick glance. And also, if I didn't want to sift through each one of these, I can just get a quick glance and see what's going on here. It's one of the things I really liked about DEX Screener. Here's a watch list again. So we click on PooDeals, it opens up the chart, just like what we were on. Okay. Now the thing that I really liked about DEX Screener in the beginning was the Telegram bot. Okay, you can set up price alerts. And we've gone over this before. Okay, but we'll just go do this just real quick. Let's just go ahead and put a, let's say that we want to sell up here. Okay, we want to sell up here when it breaks these highs. Okay, so we want to copy this price right here. What we're going to do is we're going to set price alerts. Okay, and you can do that on desktop notifications, browser notifications, or you can do that, where is it? Oh, alerts right here. Set price alerts. Oh, wait. I'm looking for the, like I know where it's at on my Telegram, but I was actually looking for where it was to get there. Anyway, I'll just pull up my Telegram. You can see here price alerts. All right, so right here it says, how are we going to set up a price alert? So we just go over here and we take this chart, we paste it in here. So create, paste it in there like that. It's going to ask us, is this right? Yes. We type in yes, and now what we want an alert for. Okay, we want to alert over a certain price, under a certain price, up certain percentages in certain time frames. Okay, and so what we're going to do is just something simple. We're going to say, hey, over this price right here. Okay, so we want to do over $, that price. And it says, is that correct? And we say yes. That's it. The alert's now set. And what it looks like is, let's scroll up here if we can find it. Let's see what it looks like when one triggers. I may have already passed it. But it just sends you a notification saying, hey, price is up. It's done this. Come to the chart. Oh, right here. Yeah, right there. Okay. So it just gives you an alert letting you know, hey, price is up to this spot, and it gives you some details and stuff like that. So super awesome how that works. That also allows you to stay off of the charts, and allows you to have a system in place and a process in place instead of you just constantly hovering over your charts and trying to make sure you're not missing anything. It allows you to go ahead and live your life and things like that. Now, one of the differences between DEX Screener and DEXTools, aside from, DEXTools can get really random sometimes. The data feed can get really messed up. Last week we looked at a project where it looked like this in real life, but like imagine all the green candles to the left were gone and all you saw was this. It looked like a project that tanked at launch. And I don't understand how that stuff happens, but it is what it is. Okay. Now, obviously, there are some favorites you can do here in DEXTools, but again, if it doesn't function all the time, there's no reason why I would ever use this platform. Okay, I only use it if it's necessary. Sometimes Ethereum projects look a little bit better on DEXTools than DEX Screener. but that's the only time I would use DEXTools. Now here's one of the things that DEXTools does that it does not do with PooCoin and DEX Screener. All right, so we'll go over here to the 5 minutes, and so here is Vetter 5-minute chart. Okay, this looks like a normal chart, right? Looks like a normal chart. Look at all those candles. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay? Here's what it looks like on DEXTools. Do you know what's different? Do you know why this is happening? If you ever come to this chart, I mean, this looks like the chart's messed up or something's wrong. What's actually happening is every time there's a buy or sell, that's where a candle is formed. These little dashes means that there is no volume, but it's still recording that 5-minute time frame. There's just no volume right there. PooCoin and DEX Screener eliminate those candles. They just squish them together. So there's never those lull moments. There's always volume. It may be tiny, it may be insignificant, but there's always volume on these candles. All right. So if you ever go to the chart and you see like DEXTools, you're like, what is going on? Like the chart's not working. They just count every single candle. I kind of like that because, so for example, if we go from here to here, we'll do 5 bars. 5 times 5 is 25, right? Yeah. We go over here, or let me go back. Let me do like this. Okay, 5 times 5 is 25, right? We go over here, we go back 5 candles. Let's see what happens. That's 5 hours and 40 minutes. The 5 bars is 5 hours and 40 minutes on this chart. 5 bars over here is 25 minutes. This is real, accurate. This is real and accurate. Okay, it's actually showing the time. Okay, how many bars? The amount of candles. It's actually showing the amount. So it's incredibly accurate. This is just compressing it. Whoops. This is just compressing it over here and just swapping it all together. So over here, 5 bars equals 5 hours and 40 minutes. So you just get to be aware of that stuff, and just get to look for that stuff. And so this looks really ugly, but it's accurate. But what's weird is how accurate this is, but how much misinformation DEXTools sometimes has on their data feed. That part blows my mind. But truth be told, you may be able to have alerts on DEXTools. It looks like you have a favorite list. You may be able to do some other things. I just don't spend any time here because of how inaccurate it is a lot of times. Okay, a lot of times. So let's go ahead and take a look at PooCoin and see what we got there with PooCoin. Let's go ahead and just grab the Vetter contract. Oh, another thing. Let me use this example with PooCoin. Okay. To talk about the differences. Okay, so the next thing on PooCoin is very simple. Okay, PooCoin is very, very simple. The address up here is a contract. That's the contract right there. Okay? However, in DEX Screener, this right here is not the address. That is the pair. Okay? That's Vetter and B&B, Rat B&B. All right? This is the pair. Okay? That's what this is right here. This is not the contract address. So PooCoin makes it really simple where they have the contract address right here. You can just grab the contract from right there. Okay? Or you can just, when you go to PooCoin over here, just go to PooCoin, you can be like, oh, hey, let me just paste the contract in, or go, up here, you can swap the contracts out, just paste it in there. With DEX Screener and DEXTools, it does not function like that. Okay, DEXTools, same thing. If we look up here, this is the token address. This is the pair. Okay, this right here is the pair. This is the token, the contract. All right, PooCoin is the only place. I don't know that. Of the three, PooCoin is one of the three that the contract is right here. That makes it really easy, really simple to understand. The next thing that makes it really simple, you can actually trade from PooCoin. So instead of going to PancakeSwap and trying to do the different swaps and the slippage and everything like that, in PooCoin, it works pretty good. It works consistent. It's worked all the times I've used it. Which, by the way, is not a lot. I prefer just using PancakeSwap, but it has worked all the times I've used it. And one of the cool things, it actually puts like a little dot on the chart. So, for example, if you bought right here, it put a little green dot. If you sold, it put a little red dot. And that's pretty cool. And it keeps that data. However, it doesn't keep all your chart markups. So that's not ideal. It's not ideal. So yeah. So I think that's super cool. The fact that you can see those dots. I kind of wish that, DEX Screener would do that. I think it'd be kind of great if DEX Screener could allow you to, purchase and sell on DEX Screener. One thing I've also noticed with PooCoin and DEXTools is when you have a contract, you can pull up a blank chart. But you cannot do that on DEX Screener. So if you're waiting for a project to launch, you get to be waiting on PooCoin. You can put the contract in there, you're not going to see any activity, and all of a sudden it's going to start moving. But with DEX Screener, you cannot do that until it's been launched, until it's like the green light, hey, go. Okay? And so those are just some of the nuances. Last week we talked about the chart, the way the candles form sometimes in PooCoin. It's a little messed up and a little confusing and definitely not ideal. And so all in all, like I said, each one has their strengths and weaknesses. I think that personally, whatever weaknesses that DEX Screener has, I like all the strengths better. It offsets the weaknesses. Personal opinion. Okay, personal opinion. Luis says, did not know that. I agree it should show no volume. It's accurate. Yeah, I think this is, I appreciate PooCoin and DEX Screener for doing this because it looks so good. This just looks horrible. I mean, it just makes you think like something's happened. What happened to this chart? Like it looks like something's wrong. So I understand why they did it, but just don't fool yourself. Don't be fooled. Yes, it's 5 bars, but that represents 5 hours and 40 minutes. Okay, that represents a lot of time right there. Where, the same move right here, quote unquote, same move, same 5 bars, this actually represents 25 minutes. So, just a couple little nuances that can support you as you're looking at different charts and things like that. And again, with DEX View and Gecko Terminal, some of the new ones that are coming out, I haven't spent a lot of time on them because I really enjoy DEX Screener. And I like the way it works. Now, I noticed something. And so if you are a PooCoin fan, I noticed this up here. So obviously you got your charts, okay? You can trade, but you also have multi-chart, okay? You have multi-chart up here. So, for example, you could put in Vetter, and now you have a Vetter chart right here. Okay, it's not as robust as DEX Screener, but that is an option. I also saw that there are tools, let's see, so Telegram Price Spot, multi-chart, trending, rug check. So there are some things built in. Same thing over here, there's some things that are built in that make it kind of cool, okay? So I don't know how long these have been here. Who knows? Maybe these have always been here for PooCoin. But I will say the reason I fell in love with DEX Screener was because it was so easily available. I just happened to stumble across this today. I've been using PooCoin for a year now. Almost, I guess, a year and 2-3 months. And today was the first time I saw this stuff. So I don't know if it's been here since always or, I'm not sure. But so I do want to throw that out there. I think PooCoin's a great tool to utilize when you're brand new and getting your feet wet and learning. And then when it's time to move to the next class, I think DEX Screener is a great option once you've got the basics out of the way and once you understand how this stuff works. So that's my thoughts on DEX Screener, DEXTools, PooCoin. If you have any thoughts or comments, things that you like or dislike, feel free to share that in the comment section, and maybe even share some of the tips and tricks that you have figured out or learned that support you. Luis says, find PooCoin has a bit of a delay and a lot of incidents that it times out on a trade. Oh, interesting. I have not experienced that, but I guess I don't use that a whole lot. I use Pancake Swap a lot. So with that, hope that was helpful. We're going to take a look at a project today. And if you're brand new tuning in, hey, thanks for being here. Welcome. Today we're talking a little bit about different charting tools and sites, and just adding some tools to your tool belt. Giving you some resources so you can figure out different tips and tricks that can support you in navigating these resources. We do 2 calls like this every single week. We host these calls on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And Femi says, tools on PooCoin have been there for as long as I can remember, but the price spot might be new. Yeah, hey, thanks for that. That just shows, so if anyone from PooCoin is listening, I would recommend making these super obvious. Because like I said, I look at PooCoin every day because sometimes that's the first chart that I have access to before I switch over to DEX Screener. But the fact that I did not know about this stuff until today, that's poor advertising, or, they don't have, I don't know. The moment that I started using DEX Screener, I found out right away that there were different tools to use, and I went to work. But never knew that these things were available here. So that's just some word of advice for PooCoin. Hey, up your game. There's lots of people who are coming into this space, innovating and creating new tech, and serving the community. So, like I said, the one I think awesome thing about PooCoin is the fact that you can buy it, but you can swap. You can swap right then and there. Besides that, I don't have much love for the site. So, yeah, but we do host 2 sessions like this every single week, and I will say that over 16,000 crypto projects launched last year. And how would you like to get paid to actually post projects on a CrowdX Calendar? That's exactly what these sessions are designed to do. And like I said, we host 2 sessions like this every single week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, same time. So you're in the right place, right time. And we've paid out thousands of dollars worth of cryptocurrency to our community members who post projects on our CrowdX Calendar. The 2 projects that we started a conversation with, Factor and Poo Deals, both of those are posted by a community member. That person earns cryptocurrency every time they post, and they also get bonuses when the projects do good, when the projects are profitable. And so during these sessions, it's all designed to support you with the knowledge and the resources to help you find great crypto presales, and then put you in a position to support you and post it on the calendar. And so if you have never added a project to the CrowdX Calendar, I invite you to definitely try it on and give it a go. Now is a perfect time to be scouting projects and adding projects to the calendar for a variety of reasons. But number one, it's just super lucrative. And because we're in a quote-unquote bear market, it's not as many projects launching, and there's some people who are just kind of sitting in the sidelines. And there's plenty of opportunity for those who are willing to step in the game and plug in and start posting. There's a ton of money to be made. And so I invite you, if you have any questions about scouting or feel unsure, shoot me a message on Discord. And let's get you in the game, and let's get you scouting some projects. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at a project called CrowdX. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. There's a handful of people who are excited about this project, and there's Scott. He posted and says, guys, anyone that's been following CrowdX, they finally got a pre-sale date. Okay, here it is. Pre-sale is March 2nd. Launching on Pancake on the 3rd. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at that project. The project was scouted by Metallaride, and I have not looked into this project very much at all. When I say very much at all, I went to the Telegram group but didn't join it yet. That's the extent of my research on the project. So But there's a handful of people talking about it. I know Scott was talking about it. Metallic Right scouted it. Roman was talking about it. Other people like the status, so I figured let's go ahead and take a look. So let's go ahead and check out the website. We build, you earn. Kochi Kin. Kochi Kin, the brave wolf dog, is on a mission to innovate and maximize the potential of tokens and NFTs. Kochi's new TriFi tokenomics shares 50% utility revenue with Kochi token stakers. Join the pack, pre-sell on Kochi Pad. Alright, so it looks like we have like some custom artwork here. Okay, we have some consistency with the design. You can appreciate that. We got 3 different images. 3 different images. But it's the same vibe and feel. It's not like something totally random and abstract. Okay, here are the products. Kochi Pad, it's a launch pad. Kochi Pad, our flagship product, allows token projects to host pre-sales on our platform with a very advantageous fee structure of not collecting tokens. This means we can't negatively impact the chart through profit taking. Our business model is all about sharing. Out of all the fees collected, 50% will be going towards a team and 50% to Kochi token stakers. Web browser extension, Blocky. Blocky is a free Chrome, Brave, and Firefox web browser extension that protects you from crypto scam websites that steal your coins. When investors mint NFTs on a scam website, they could get their wallet swiped or mint a fake, worthless contract that robs your wallet. Blocky fights crypto scamming sites with a simple multicolored paw icon in system that alerts you when the website you're on is about to wreck you. Blazefoot Telegram bots. Show off your token's bullish buys with our custom-coded and customizable BlazeBot. Telegram BuyBot. Our freemium BuyBot was made with Kochi's Super Boost, fast data fetching, and tech. Has unique features including gift rotation, extra chart links, amount of token the buyer has, and more. The Kochi Collective Genesis NFT Collection. We have our tokenomics. We have buy and sell tax, 7%. $25% for liquidity, 35% for pre-sale, 10% private sell, 15% for the DEX and SEX reserves, 10 and 5% for giveaways and ecosystem. How to get the tokens? Create a MetaMask wallet. Send USDT to your wallet. Go to PancakeSwap. Connect your wallet, top right. Convert USDT to Kochi. Oh, this is actually how you get tokens once they've launched. All right, here's our roadmap. Launch phase complete. Launch growth. This makes me really curious or confused. I see phase complete. I guess I'm confused on if they've launched or not. Let me see this. Let me see. Pre-sell on Kochi Pad. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Let me go back. Open up a new tab. There we go. What? There we go. Okay. Looks like it has not started yet. It looks like they're raising 150,000. Hard cap of 250,000. Gonna be raising USDT. Okay, let's go back. Take a look at the white paper. Let's see if this is going to be my jam or Roman's jam. Roman likes academic white papers. I like the pretty pictures. got, well, I mean, I wouldn't say like, you know, all out pretty pictures. We do have a quality design. Oh, incubator. In the future, we will expand on Launchpad to create the CoachiePad incubator. Here we will work with creative new projects, helping them bring their concepts to fruition. There's so many stages involved in bringing a product to market, and our objective with CoachiePad is to ensure our partners' initiatives flourish by offering them our expertise and connections in marketing, moderation, development, and much more. Coach stickers will benefit directly from these partnerships as they still earn half of any revenue generated. All right, so you know, without sounding super ignorant, you know, we just now started scratching the scratch on this project, but it reminds me a lot about Skylabs. Okay, we got a Launchpad, we have revenue generation, they've got, you know, a bot for Telegram, they've got the blocky, you know, to prevent you from, you know, connecting to sites that have nefarious intent. Okay, same thing with like Incubator. You know, that's what our ecosystem has as well. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Telegram. Or before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at Twitter. 5,300 followers on Twitter. Four days left. Here are the facts. Got 4,700 views. A lot of people talking about that. A lot of people are excited about this project, it looks like. There's pretty good engagement. Oh, I missed the team on the website. I just skipped over that. We're going to go circle back and check out the team. Audited by SurTech. We know they have some money. If we have an audit from SurTech, we know that there's some money's being spent. Also, based on the website design, based on those things, it looks like, you know, some money's been spent here, which is great to see. All right, let's go back and let's see the team. Oh, there we go. I skipped over it because it did not catch my eye. Okay, so I'm not too thrilled about this, simply because you know, they're basically just anonymous, and that's okay. I don't mind anonymous teams, but like it's not really doxing. We don't know anything about these guys. Now, one thing we do know is I shared 12 groups. I shared 12 groups with them, and so that's worth something. Okay, that's worth something. Okay. Let's see about this dude. 8 groups in common. Yeah. One group in common. That's all the details I can get. I don't know who Falx is. Joshua. I mean, he's not even found. So again, I don't get much out of this. So this was definitely not considered, you know, doxed or anything like that. Yeah, 3 groups in common. That's all the details I have. I mean, I could go back at some of these groups and search to see if they ever said anything, but beyond that, man, we don't really know who these people are, which is okay. 40 pack members. All right, they got a big team. They've got a big team, and all of them have their Telegram. Oh, good grief. Okay. All right. Well, at least they're consistent. You know? At least they're consistent. They got a big mod team. Holy moly. That's huge. Got a big team. That's great. Curious how big the Telegram group's going to be. Let's go and check it out. So just in the portal, they have 4,200 members. All right, let's verify. Yes, I am a human. Please click each image containing a robot. Okay. I mean, how do we know these others aren't robots? Alright, we got 6,300 members. 6,300 members. I may have already been in this group. I wonder when I got in this group. I don't know. But yeah, 6,300 members. We're on a mission to save BSC with the best meme. Tri-Fi, Kochipad, Blocky. Oh, that's interesting. This is spelled B-L-O-C-K-I. B-L-O-C-K-I. On the website it had a Y on there. I'm pretty sure. Website had a Y. Let me go back. Blocky. Products. Blocky. Huh. Guess that's just a oversight. Just kind of missed that. Oh, there's Scott. That's who brought it up in Discord for us. Alright, so we got 168 pinned messages. Ooh, that's juicy. That is juicy. Wow, that's great. Look at all this engagement. I mean, people are excited about this project. Interesting. Did you know we're going to be launching on March 3rd with 12,000 members ranging over 20 countries? Check out the 18 plus Telegram communities. Wow. So a lot of people are excited. Sounds like. It seems like. It would appear it would appear that a lot of people are excited. Maybe they just started Twitter. I don't know. Coachpad is now live. Nice. All right, let's see. So we know, revenue is going to come from them launching projects. Okay. Also the incubator, so their marketing services, consulting, things like that. So I'm curious about. So what I want to see is AMAs. Recording. Multiple voice chats already. Also one AMA if you want to listen to it, you can listen to it. It's recorded. Ouch. Is AMA recording still around somewhere? Oh, we gotta go to the pin messages to find the recording. Let's see. Oh, right there maybe? Is that it? Nope, that's not it. 600 pack members. Yeah, do not see the AMA. I wonder if I can find it a different way. What if I can find it over here? Nope, didn't want to do that. Audio files right there. Here we go. Oh, nope, that didn't work. Alright. Not what we're looking for. Not voice messages, videos, files. Let's see about files. Nope, those are images and such. Huh. Alright, let's see if we can find, maybe there's some AMAs on YouTube. YouTube. Oh no, well that's not what I was hoping for. Maybe there's something on their website about YouTube, more of their socials. Let's see. No YouTube. Linktree, YouTube. Now that's hard to read. That's kind of hard to read. I think anyway, or for me it is. All right, I don't know if we have anything on YouTube. Nope. We don't have anything. Oh, there we go. So we have one. That was a month ago. That's about it. That's about it. All right, let's see about the group here. Oh, so we got what is that? What's old Jack doing? Jack PW. Is that all Jack says is good project? Oh no, he clicks. He does some stuff, some other stuff, but Jack's not really a major influencer in this community. Jack's got some questionable activity. Says a lot of the same stuff over and over again. All right, what else we got? Good project. What else? Oh, Sheriff. Oh man. So Sheriff is I guess he's just posting the same thing, responding to people. Okay, that's different. That's different than a bot. He's just responding with the same message when people are asking questions about it being delayed. Yeah, I at some point I joined this group at some point, but I don't recall when. um, but it looks like people are excited. I get a vibe because there's people in our community talking about the project because Twitter. I don't know, for whatever reason when I look at this, it seems like people are excited. But having said that, there's not a whole lot of messages happening considering the pre-sale starts tomorrow. I mean, in the last hour, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 30 minutes. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of excitement. That's kind of surprising. It feels like it has a much more excited vibe than what than what actually we see. Now, there could be other language. Excuse me. There could be other language communities that are much more active. Let's go back to Linktree. I don't even know which one to click. 92 members. That seems like a lot of work. 301. 4,000 members for the Chinese community. 65 members. 90 members. 183. Our German community. What we got? 82. India. 100. Whoops. And, there's still so many more. Okay, well, 153. I don't know who would have the most. Who would have the most? Well, I don't know if Russia would have the most of all these. Nope. what was it? The Chinese community was the largest. So maybe there'll be some more attention there. So, what did I see? There's a time. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, the Chinese community by far had the most. Half the size of the English speaking community. But yeah, there's not a lot of chit chat going on leading to the launch. It seems kind of quiet in here, really. Seems kind of quiet. But I could go. Let me go back to the Chinese community and see how active they are. All right. Oh, well, they're less active than the English community. Maybe they're asleep right now. Huh. Okay, so that's one of the things I'm kind of curious about. Where's all the hype and excitement? There seemed to be some hype and excitement on Twitter, but not seeing a whole lot in Telegram. Definitely have not paid for influencers. Definitely have not paid for influencers. Anyway. Alright. Yeah, so kind of curious to see how this goes. Like I said, I think they were doing 150 USDT and 150 soft cap and 250 hard cap. When I say 150 and 250, I mean 100,000. 150,000. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for Kochi Chen. Femi asks, looking to PodFast. Okay, Femi, we'll do it. We'll do a laser focused look into PodFast. Whoops. All right, PodFast. Let's take a look. Your favorite podcast distilled. Your time is valuable. PodFast uses cutting-edge AI to create audio and video summaries of your favorite podcast episodes. Listen offline, learn faster, get recommendations. About PodFast. Imagine being able to absorb all the knowledge and insights from an hour-long podcast in 15 minutes or less. PodFast gives you the power to level up your knowledge and digest information at lightning speed. Finally, keep up with the latest trends, broaden your horizons, and deepen your understanding of the world, all while saving hours of your precious time. Our audio summaries are available on all major podcast platforms. They're bite-sized visual summaries posted on Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, Twitter videos, and TikToks. Save time, learn more. Podcasts aren't your preference? No worries. PodFast also offers a browser extension that summarizes any YouTube video of your choice directly on the YouTube browser. This is an untapped market that has the potential to revolutionize the way we consume information and expand our minds. Join us on this journey to a smarter and more informed you. Now, the only reason I'm checking who is because it said AI in the name, so I don't know if. Okay, so this domain name was created just shy of a month ago. Okay, the domain name was created just shy of a month ago, and so does this mean that they're jumping on the AI trend? I mean, when I look at it, it doesn't necessarily have that kind of feel. It actually has kind of a a legit feel to it. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay. Initial price is 0.0195. Total raise amount is 780,000. 1.9 million market cap. Tokens are unlocked on day 1, so no vesting reflections. 2% of each on-chain transaction is automatically deducted and distributed as follows. Token holders, liquidity pool, treasury for continued growth. So I guess it kind of acts as a, like some reflections, some rewards. Q2, delivery of first audio and video summaries and micro content on all platforms. Summary blogs go live. SEO optimization. First in-video sponsorship begins. Is this legal? Are there any copyright issues? Podfast distills the main ideas and concepts from podcasts into new original content. Therefore, the Podfast content is not considered to be copyright. It's like Cliff Notes for the modern age. Will I need to stake tokens? No. The reflection system replaces the need for complex staking contracts. Simply holding fast tokens in your wallet will be enough to access the platform utilities and earn rewards. When will profit sharing go live? Company funds will be used to purchase tokens. Tokens will be distributed based on the community vote. How can I contact? Okay. So what I'm curious about is what's their... I wonder what their revenue model is. Alright, so we got some consistency. So I'm curious about the revenue model. Meaning, where's the money going to come from to make this stuff? I mean, is it, like, okay, so you get to hold a certain number of tokens, or you get to use the tokens, the Podfast tokens to have access, like a monthly subscription. You have access to those things. Okay. Browser extension subscription. Here we go. Ask and you shall receive. Here's the business model. Browser extension subscription. Episode sponsorship. So I guess, here's the Podfast version of Joe Rogan session 342. This session is brought to you by, Femi and Ryan. Tune into the Tuesday, Thursday calls. But I guess that's what that would be. Client-specific contracts. So I'm not sure what this is. I'm not sure what this is. Browser extension subscription. Is that for the YouTube video? Mobile app for Pro mode. I understand that. I guess that you have the app and it just has all the content there. I wonder what. Oh, so here we go. This dives deeper. Okay. AI summary browser extension, maximize your learning potential. Okay. So we know that. So the browser extension is going to be subscription based. So YouTube videos and things like that going to be subscription based. Okay. In-app pro mode. So they're going to be running ads in the app. Okay. Ad-free content, additional videos, members only area. It's $5 a month and more. So like $5 a month, they're just like, hey, this is a no-brainer offer. All right, no-brainer offer. What I'm curious though is like these stats right here. So here's exactly what I'm coming from with this. These stats right here. There are over 464 million podcast listeners globally, tracking up to 505 million by 2025. Over 5 million podcasts currently exist with over 70 million episodes. So here's my big question. 70 million episodes. how do they determine, how does Podfast, how are they going to determine which episodes they condense and break down and things like that? That's what I'm unsure about. You know, is it like, I mean, maybe they're going to use some type of data to like, of those 70 million episodes, maybe we're going to take the top 1%, okay, the top 1%, and break those down somehow. You know, I don't know. That's the question that comes up. I mean, I know, don't get me wrong, I'm all about it. Like, a lot of money, a lot of listeners, a lot of stuff going on, but like, how are they going to prioritize what is most important and then break that down? And then, you know, $5 a month, you know, that seemed like a pretty low-hanging fruit, no-brainer offer. Okay, cool. But like, you know, how do you know who's going to be on there? You know, it's like, I don't know. That's what I'm curious about. Maybe if I keep reading, we'll figure out more. Okay. Episode sponsorship, revenue breakdown. $20 per 1,000 views. 2 sponsors per video. Each 500K view video, 20,000 multiple videos daily. A conservative 3 videos per day, averaging 500,000 views each, equates to 21.9 million annually, exclusively from episode sponsorship. So, I mean, they're just breaking down the math. They're just saying, hey, if our videos get this amount of views, this is how much, you know, we're going to be able to make in revenue based on that. Now, I don't know if token holders receive revenue as well, or if it's just from the purchase of a token. Client-specific contracts. $3,000 per episode. A client can expect to receive a 10-minute animated summary of their podcast, 10 by 1 minute animated summary clips with multiple size formats for all. So it sounds like that right there could be a service in and of itself. Basically, they're taking creators' content and making a condensed version of the content and making, you know, an asset for them. That in and of itself could be a whole revenue stream, which is why it's under business model. But I guess what I'm curious about, I mean, I guess surely the influencer would have access to this. They can do whatever they want with that now. You know, so it's not like it's just going to be on this platform and only these people see it. I guess they would have an asset they can then use. Yeah, I would really like to see. I mean, I guess aside from, like, that's a really big, so this is a really big number right here. Okay. 21 million annually, exclusively from sponsorships. I guess the question that I'm coming up with is, why are they going to tokenize it? That right there is pretty massive. $5 a month is pretty massive. So why do they need to tokenize this? You know, why do they need to have a token around it? Okay, fast token utility, access to premium services such as ad-free content, exclusive videos, tech, access to receive a shared 0.75% reflection in all transactions, platform profit from 2024 on. Platform profit from 2024 onwards to be distributed 25%. So maybe that was my other question. All the revenue that's being generated, platform profit, is distributed to holders. I guess that answers my question on why they tokenized it. Community proposals. Anyone holding $100 in tokens can submit proposals to write scripts, do voiceovers, or creative animations. Founder. Whoa! I like this. This is the first time I've seen a so far semi-doxed founder in the AI project space. Personally, there's probably likely others, but like for me, that's the first one. So Jeff CrowdX is the CEO of TrustSwap, a company with over 750 million USD secured across 13 blockchains, 50 plus million raised for its incubators, and 4.5 million downloads of their mobile app, the Crypto app. Okay, so things kind of just got real for me. I've told you guys sometimes it takes me, this is literally the last page of the pitch deck, and now I'm even more interested than I previously was. And so obviously these things get to be backed up, but if this stuff is accurate, this makes me think that this is actually a super legit vision and project. And as I'm going through a project, all I see are smoke and mirrors, and I'm trying to connect the dots, and I'm trying to think of ulterior motives, and are they trying to pull a fast one on me, and all those things. But at some point, when I'm looking at a project, all of a sudden something kind of clicks and makes me think, oh, well, what do we have here? And that was one of those moments. So again, we want to verify this information about this dude. But so TrustSwap. Let's go ahead and take a look at TrustSwap. Oh no, I wanted to see TrustSwap. TrustSwap. Oh man, so that may not have even been for crypto. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But that's back years ago. Years ago. All right, TrustSwap, bringing crypto to the world. Buy swap. Let me check out this Telegram group. 9,500 members on TrustSwap. Join the group. Don't mind if I do. That would be a 10. Hey, all right. Let me contract. Hold on a second. I'm getting no, that's not what I wanted. I'm getting semi-distracted, but I think it's good. It's for a good cause. I'm curious about. I'm just curious about the success of the project. I mean, it looks super legit. That's where I go. I'll just go to TrustSwap on CoinGecko. Let me get the contract from here. TrustSwap, 43 cents. All right, where is the contract? Here we go. And DEX screener. Oh, okay, yeah. Age 2 years and 7 months. Wow, that's amazing. It's amazing. That's awesome. This is long term, and I mean they've clearly been. I mean there's 34 million market cap. They've clearly been on a journey, but where are they right now? So they launched July of 20. July, wow, almost 3 years ago. Okay, and they're currently. Oh my goodness, this is I mean, they're currently sitting at they're still sitting at a 60x. 3 years post launch, still sitting at 60x. But when it's, I mean, they got some massive gains on this bad boy. I got to bring out the calculator for this one. I'm thinking 500. 55331 times 0.01 plus 1 equals 554x. Man, that's a moonshot. That's absolutely amazing. Amazing. All right, so I was kind of open to learning more about the project. Kind of open. Kind of kept going through. But like now, seeing seeing our boy Jeff here, it changed some things. Puts on a different perspective about what he has done in the past. It provides some legitimacy to this idea and concept. We've looked at a lot of AI projects that kind of feel baseless, and like you're just trying to connect the dots and figure out what's really going on here. But like, this looks pretty cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at look at their Telegram group. Well, let's look at Twitter real quick. 899 followers, so they're not trying to like boost themselves and Our first experimental video is shared by the renowned Sailor, one of the leaders in the Bitcoin world, with 3 million followers. The summary is approximately 30% of the level quality will be produced in the future. It must be, is that Michael Sailor? Hey! Alright. Yeah, so like, okay, these numbers feel pretty good. Nothing too crazy. Although, I mean, 7,000 views, but like, not much engagement here. But, huh. No, I'm digging it. Alright, let's take a look at Telegram real quick before we hop off here. We got 710 members in Telegram. We're going to join the group, of course. Okay, they didn't ask me. No CAPTCHA, nothing like that. Let's take a look. How many pin? We just have one pin message. Alright, so this group has been thrown together relatively quickly. Okay, group is, February 20th. Welcome to Podfast. Alright, I'm going to read this real quick. Podfast is a platform that provides 10 to 15 minute animated summaries of your favorite long form podcast. By using Podfast, you can keep up with the key takeaways and insights from your favorite podcast in a fraction of the time. Frequently asked questions. When is the launch date of Podfast? March 3rd when is the launching date? So it's launching on March 3rd on TrustSwap Launchpad. How can I participate? Launching on TrustSwap Launchpad, you buy stake swap, and participate here. What are the IDO details? Price is 0.0195, fast tokens, raising 780, vesting, no vesting. What is the seed and private allocation price? There is none. Everyone gets the same price, and it's fully vested on day one. More information can be found in the pitch deck. So, boy, Jeff? It is Jeff. We have two groups in common. Oh, hey, that makes sense. Okay. So, group is brand new. And he wrote let's see what we got here. He used ChatGPT to create a rap. I'm a rabbit on these streets, can't catch a break. Every day I dodge snakes, gotta stay awake. I'm a rebel with a cause, never backing down. Started a gang, now we're the talk of the town. Chorus, rabbit gang, we're the ones to fear. We'll take on any predator, make him disappear. We ain't no soft bunnies, we're fierce and strong. Rabbit gang, we'll never back down. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so Telegram's just, a week old, barely. Not a lot of stuff going on in here. So I would say this is early, but it would seem like there's no marketing going on right now, which is not a problem at all. I mean, this guy obviously has a track record of success. So from a team perspective, that's gold right there. I mean, massive success. Not just a little success. We're talking massive success in the crypto space. So I wonder if the other platforms will be talking about this project, and that's where some of the people are going to find out about it. Yeah, and there's some fun vibes happening in this group. You got the rap, and you got some people doing some memes and stuff. I can appreciate that. Okay, so here's some more details. Okay, so if you want to participate in the PodFast launch, it's launched on TrustSwap, which we just took a look at. That's Jeff's first project. That's pretty successful, I'd say. If you want to participate in the launch, you simply buy and stake at Swap. Swap is the first project, okay? And that's probably why we see this right here. Where was the chart? Okay, if you look at all this downward momentum, like in the last 24 hours, we have a 23% gain. Okay? So when people found out about this, even from here to here, that we're talking about a 4x. Okay, a 4x. All right, so let's go look at the details. We got 4,000. Did I see 4,000 there? 4,000. Where did I see that? I saw that. Oh, right here, 4,000 swap. Luis asked, wonder why I can't get PodFast on TradingView. Luis, do you mean TradingView, or do you mean like DEXTools or something? PodFast hasn't launched yet, but we do have. Whoops. At least my understanding of this, PodFast has not launched yet. So the token has fast. I think it's fast token. Yeah, fast token is not launched. But to participate, you get to stake Swap. Swap was the first project that Jeff worked on, TrustSwap. Current price is 0.4333, so you get to do 0.4333 times 4,000. Oh, $1,700. All right. So, in order to participate in this pre-sale, how much swap do I need to stake? I would suggest staking at least 4,000 swap. Okay, so that's $1,700 staked in $1,700 staked in at current price, staked in swap, in order to participate in PodFast. Well, I need to stake fast tokens. No, the reflection system replaces the need for complex staking. Initial price is that. What is the total supply? Roadmap. Okay. So those are the details. I think it's a little steep, but I guess from an IDO perspective, it kind of makes sense. So, 1,700 is I mean, obviously, it was, yesterday it was, 1,200. Last week, I guess even before they announced it. So I guess he gave a little head start before he even announced it in the group. But like, Telegram was created on the 20th. You see this bump in price right here. Here's a 20th. There's a bump in price. So since he started talking about it, I mean, there's been a bump. So people have been knowing, people have been hearing stuff. But even over here, you're $800, 20 cents. I think that's $800. Let me verify. 0.2 times 4,000. Yeah. So I mean, even back in February, mid-February, you're looking at $800 to stake to be able to participate in the pre-sale. So looks like a great project. Looks like a cool project. I get to be subjective, not say great. Looks like it does though. It does look like a cool project. And Femi, thank you for bringing this up, man. This is a great find. One of the things we talk about for scouts is finding projects that have previous successful launch and teams that have a track record of success. And man, this is this looks great from that perspective. That one box, I mean, that's fantastic. I think that this price movement right here These gains in the last handful of days is a direct reflection of new buyers coming on board. Some people selling, but the fact that they're still above 60x from the original pre-sale or launch price back in the day, that's phenomenal. That's absolutely phenomenal. So kudos to these guys. They're doing some great things. Yeah, I'm glad that Femi, like I said, I'm glad you brought this up. That we all are able to take a look at this. I mean, that's the beauty. I say this every session. But like that's the beauty of this community is, it's really hard for all of us to juggle everything. But getting insights from someone here and someone there and in chat and in Discord and looking at this and looking at that. I mean, we can have eyes all over without us individually trying to be all over the space. And I'll be full transparency. I rarely look at IDO projects. Rarely. So for me personally, if I was on the calendar and I saw this was an IDO, I would just move right past it because I don't look at IDO projects. And so, man, this is what a great gem. We've looked at a handful of gems the last handful of sessions. We've looked at some meme coins, we've looked at some AI coins, and we've looked at some pretty solid utility projects. And some of those being Factor. I would throw PooDeals in that realm because of what they're creating with their all of a sudden I can't think of the word, but they have some legit utility with that. But here's PodFast, which again, initially I was a little taken aback by with them using the keywords of AI, but digging further and continuing to follow my checklist and look at the different things, pleasantly surprised. So again, this is good stuff. Man, I absolutely love our contribution in our community, and so thank you guys for contributing here on YouTube, but also thank you for contributing in Discord. I mean, this is what it's about. So with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Today, great session. We talked about the pros and cons and ups and downs of DEXTools and PooCoin and DEX Screener. I gave some shout-outs to Gordon Gecko for his 2 recent projects of Factor and PooDeals. And we looked at 2 projects today. We looked at I don't remember what it's called. What was it? Ken something. Where is it? Oh yeah, here we go. Kochiken. We looked at Kochiken, and so curious to dive into that to see if we get any excitement. Also had a little bonus. Looking at PodFast, and that was a nice surprise. So with that, gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Hope you guys had a great session. If you learned something today, if you're excited about something we talked about today, as soon as this session wraps up, I invite you to go ahead and hit the refresh button, go down in the comments section, not on the live, but on the actual YouTube comments, and drop what your biggest takeaway was. If you learned something, if you're excited about something, whatever it is, drop your comments. That's going to help more people find these videos. More people become part of our community. The more we all learn and get better together. So with that, I'll end like I always do. Like my mentor always said, life can be short, so for those that you care and love, let them know you care and love them. Hey, I appreciate you guys. I care about you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your contributions, and I will see you next Thursday, same time, same place. But until then, I'll see you in Discord. Bye for now.